Hello, my name is Laura, and today I would like to talk about how to get healthy and in your 50s and keep the weight off. So I broke this into three topics. The first one I'm going to talk about is cutting sugar. As we all know, American food has a lot of sugar, and it is hard to pick your food well. We have so many packaged foods and sweet drinks, alcohol, all of that has a lot of sugar. So let's start with the sweet drinks. Of course, your sodas, we all know that. Alcohol has a ton of sugar. So if you drink, limit, I would say, alcohol. Next one is all these sweetened coffees and teas. They're all delicious, but they have a lot of sugar. So that's one way to cut the sugar, is to not go for those. Go for a plain black coffee or plain tea. I like tea as well. I've learned to not put sugar in my tea. If you live in the South, that sweet tea is bad. Tastes great, but bad. Also, the more you eat out, just the more the more sugar you're gonna have in your food, the more fat. Restaurant food tastes great, but it tastes great because they add fat and sugar. So if you can, try to cook more at home. Start from scratch, buy your meat, your vegetables, keep your spices simple, cook with olive oil, that's what I do. Start eating a lot of vegetables, real meat, real fish, good breads. Make your bread. You'll know exactly what's in there. Those are some simple things you can do to cut sugar. Even those protein bars that they sell everywhere, they all taste great, but some have a lot of added sugar. So start looking at those labels and look for added sugar. If you see a high number there, do not buy it. I do like some protein bars, but some have a lot of sugar, so watch that. That's another way you can get extra sugar. Let's see. I heard recently a great breakfast is eggs and avocado. Protein in eggs, good fat in avocado. You want to try to increase the protein in your diet every day, and good fats like avocado, nuts. Nuts are a great snack. I like nuts. I wish I could digest it better, but I don't. So nuts are a great snack instead of going for potato chips, of course. Or bring bananas from home. Apples, berries. Those are much better snacks because they're all natural than anything at the vending machine, of course. So try to make small little changes like that. One change I did somewhat recently is, as far as chocolate, I grew up in France. I love chocolate. Of course, I love milk chocolate, the worst kind, because of all the sugar. So my husband talked me into trying to consume more dark chocolate. And it's growing on me. I try to buy 78% or above. I go for brands like Ghirardelli and Lindt. They're both delicious. I'm working my way up to 85%, but way less sugar. So, small steps. Let's see, what else? Just want to make sure I talked about all these things. Yes, okay. If you have any questions about this, please leave comments in the comment section, and I would be more than happy to go in more depth, maybe share some recipes, things like that. All right, the second thing I wanted to talk about is weight training. So in our 50s, our bodies change. Of course, we've all noticed it. Our joints start hurting, at least mine do. Our metabolism slow down. Mine has, for sure. Let's see, our bones lose density. And that's where weight training comes in. As we get older, we also want to get the cardio. And there's a way to get cardio doing weight training, and I'm going to talk about that. Swimming is great. I used to swim a lot, but as we get older, we need to be on land. It's better for our bones. So if you like swimming, keep swimming, but start doing some weight training too. So weight training will help out with our bone density and make our bones less brittle. So some people like to go to a gym, go to a class, have a personal trainer and walk them through it, and that's great. Go do that if you have time. If you can afford it, go do that. If you do not have time, can't afford the gym, there's simple things you can do from home that will really help your bones. So I've done weight training for a long time. I actually had a scoliosis since the age of 12, so I've had to learn how to take care of my back. So one good thing would be to start on your core, like around the waist. Those core muscles are really important as we age. So ab workout, things like plank. Now, if you don't know some of these words, go look them up. And if you want me to do another video on demonstrating some of these exercises, I'd be more than happy to. So planks, really good, your abdominal muscles. That also does your low back, by the way, so makes your low back strong. Upper back, you can do some modified push-ups. Pull-ups are really tough. Now, if you're in a gym, you can do these machines that will help you to do a little bit of pull-up and will give you some help. Lower body, squats, you can do that at home. Air squat, where you stay down for a few seconds. Great. Lunges are really good. They work your whole leg and your hips. Those are great. You don't need weights. You can do so much at home without any weights, just in your living room. So you want to start slow. If you have not done any of these, you may want to start doing 3 sets of 5 reps. Rest for maybe 30 seconds in between, and start again. If you're a little stronger, try 3 sets of 10 repetitions. When it gets to be easy, those 3 sets of repetition without weights, you may want to buy some weights and maybe do some lunges, holding, 10-pound weights on each side, add a little resistance like that. So there's a lot you can do at home. Now, walking at a good pace is great too. Go for a 20, 30-minute walk. Maybe you got a big dog with a lot of energy and you'll get a great walk. I have a Shih Tzu and we do not get a great walk. We have fun and she likes to smell and we go slow and say hi to all the other dogs. So, but walking is wonderful. Like I said, I used to love swimming, but it's great still for cardio, just not as good for the weight bearing. I have a stationary bike at home and I enjoy doing that. That's a great way to get your cardio as well. So I would start like 2 to 3 times a week if you can start exercising, and you're going to feel so good. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more energy. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel like you're breathing better if you have any breathing issues. So strongly recommend start adding some exercise with the diet. All right, let's see, let me just make sure I talked about all of that. Oh yeah, I did want to mention, in our 50s, I work in healthcare, so I see all kinds of stuff. In our 50s, women, increased rate of cardiovascular disease, things like heart attacks, things like strokes. We start to see some at that age. So, but with a good lifestyle, you can prevent those and help your heart. You may have some inherited conditions, we all do, but you can counteract with healthy lifestyle. Also, type 2 diabetes. I do see a lot of diabetes. Type 2 is the one that's reversible. So a lot of people in their 50s and 60s become pre-diabetic. Most of the time, it's due to extra weight and poor diet. If you work on those 2 things, you can reverse it. So keep that in mind. Last thing I want to talk about is something I started about a year ago, intermittent fasting. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. There's a lot of people doing it. It's kind of like a fad right now. I was really skeptical. I knew someone who did it, and I thought, there's no way I can do that. I'm going to starve. I'm going to pass out. I'm not going to think clearly at work. But I thought, well, let me try it. I wanted to shed a few pounds around my waist, and I was frustrating to not fit into some of my clothes, and frustrated my metabolism wasn't as fast as when I was young. So I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just try it. So intermittent fasting, if you guys don't know what it is you fast for part of the day and or night, and then you eat within a certain time frame. The most popular is the 16-8. This means you're fasting for 16 hours and eating within that 8-hour window. Now, so for example, what I do is I try not to eat past 8 o'clock at night, and then I don't eat till 12 the next day. That's a 16-hour fast. Now, everybody's different. With my work schedule, I work in a nursing home and I have to help people at lunch. So what I actually do is I eat my breakfast at 11:30, then I don't eat my lunch till about 1:30. But everybody's different. You can work around your family, what works for your work, things like that. A lot of people have to start with like a 12-hour fast, because that first week is a little hard, I won't lie. You've got those hunger pains. So if you start with a 12-hour fasting window, maybe within a month you can build to that 16-hour window. I will tell you, I was shocked that I felt like I had even more energy in the morning. I could think clearly, even maybe some better, I thought. And once I got past the hunger pains after that first week, my body got used to it. Now I don't get hungry till about 11:15 when it's time for me to have my breakfast at 11:30. So you do get used to it, and it really works. Let me tell you some of the other benefits of intermittent fasting. Cellular repair. It reduces insulin resistance, promotes fat loss by lowering insulin levels, lowers cholesterol, blood pressure, and chronic inflammation. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about it. I would be more than happy to go into more details about that as well. If you want to leave a comment, happy to do a whole video on that. So, by the way, I'm a new YouTuber. Up until now, I've been doing more Christian videos, but I just thought, let me try this and see if people would enjoy hearing about what I have to say on these topics. I do have a background, like I said, in personal training. I swam and ran competitively in my younger days. So if you want me to get on the floor and show you some exercises, I'd be more than happy to. If you want me to share some healthy recipes, I'm not a great cook, but I know how to cook somewhat healthy and balanced. I'd be happy to share some recipes and do a video on that. If you like this video, go check out my other Christian videos. Maybe you'll be encouraged by them. And subscribe or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'm in sunny California for the week. It's beautiful here. There's a grapefruit tree behind me. I love it. But I'm just here on vacation. So you guys have a great week, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.